Did you know there have been 11 gaming consoles that you never knew existed that were cancelled before release? One of them was called Sega VR. You're listening to the Xbox Hub podcast, the official podcast of the TheXboxHub.com. For the latest Xbox news, reviews, videos, and opinions, make sure you visit the TheXboxHub.com. But for now, settle down, get comfy, and open your ears for some podcast delights. Hello and welcome to the Xbox Hub official podcast, episode number 47. My name's Gareth Briney. I'm going to be your host, and on my virtual left is Mr. James Burks. How you doing, James?
I'm very excited. Good to be here.
You're not
You've got a
excited.
special guest today.
Yeah, it was good excitement. Good feign of excitement. I like that.
Thanks.
Yeah. And on my
Working on it.
you're very good. And on my virtual right, back from the dead, is Mr. Neil Watson. How you doing, Neil?
I haven't died yet.
I know. But we haven't seen you for ages, have we?
It's been a little while.
When we saw you last, we were talking about the Sega Dreamcast.
Well, the good thing is, you see,
Yeah.
I'm not required.
You were one of the start. We started with you last year. We got some
Yeah,
great
but-
guests.
Yeah, well, when we set this up, we said, didn't we, that we would try and get as many of the Xbox Hub team in, and whoever wanted to be involved could get involved. So, I thought I'd take a little step back and let Richard in, and William, and James Bentley, and Edgar. And to be fair, they're bloody good, aren't they?
They know what they're talking about, which helps.
Yeah,
is-
and I don't really.
Well, none of us. The three of us here don't.
Whoa. Three of us?
Yeah.
Two here.
But it's lovely to have you back, Neil.
Thank you.
It is.
How's COVID been for you?
It's been lovely.
Good.
Fine. Yeah. I went in a shop the other day for the first time.
Oh.
But that's the first shop and the only shop I've been in since like March.
I went to a pub for the first time. And that was okay.
How was that?
That was all right. I had to scan my phone in on a little code, and so they knew who I am and wash my hands, and that was fine. That was good.
Was it busy?
Yeah, it was packed.
Oh. Not quite so good then.
Yeah, not so
Maybe
great.
if you were the only one in there, that would have been fine. But
Yeah,
old London pubs, eh?
I know. Talking about COVID, Batman's got COVID.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, the maths don't work.
Very good, James. Really good. Very good. That's your gold star for this podcast. That was very good.
Thank you. I just sit in silence now.
Am I right in saying they've only just started filming again? Then?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was
And
fun.
they've got to stop again.
The thing is, I know a little bit about the inside of this because every private COVID test that you can do on the day, costs £100 a pop. So for something like Batman, they can afford to do it, but it's still like, I don't know, what's that going to be? If you're going to have a crew maybe of 200 on Batman, maybe less, but you're looking
Bruce
at
Wayne's got a lot of money.
yeah, it's got a lot of money, but it tells you where you are because they're doing tests every day. So people will have it because they test them every day. Coronation Street in EastEnders are just taking temperatures, so you can see where the money is.
Making sure Ken Marlowe's okay.
Yeah,
At least
exactly.
Ken's alright.
Yeah, exactly.
How the other half live, eh?
Yeah, exactly. But Batman's
Even The Rock has got it.
I know.
And he was staying really safe. So you can get anyone, really.
Why? Because he was a rock.
Careful, man.
Yeah, I like it.
He's impenetrable.
Yeah, he
He's The
is.
Rock.
Yeah. Right. What we've been doing this week, Neil? What have you been doing this lovely week?
Just the usual. I know I haven't been on here for 6 months, but pretty much been riding the bike for 6 months.
Neil.
Actually,
Actually,
while I'm here, I'd just
Yeah.
like to say thank you actually to anybody that's following our social feeds, the Xbox Hub social feeds on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, would have seen that I did a weekend of riding for Special Effect 2 weekends ago, raising some money for them. I didn't quite make the million that they got from the Fallout team the other week. But just like to say thank you for all the donations and the support and all that.
Well done, Neil.
But yeah, basically riding a bike.
Well, that's good.
Every little helps.
Yeah, that's great.
It does.
And you can go out the bike actually into the real world now, can't you? So you'll be not.
Yeah. I don't stop anywhere. I just kind of go, ride 50k, come home.
Wow.
Same again next day.
I applaud myself when I walk to the shops and back again.
That's much more dangerous.
That is where I live. Yeah. Okay, right, James. What have you been doing?
Well, I've been watching quite a lot of TV shows this week. But the one that stood out the most was Tottenham Hotspur, All or Nothing. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've seen it.
It's a behind-the-scenes documentary on this season of their footballing achievements. Can we say achievements?
Yeah.
I don't know what they achieved.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's All or Nothing. Spoiler alert, they didn't win anything. But it's really, really enjoyable to watch because it's amazing how unfiltered it is, or how it seems. You get to see the training and the locker rooms and post-match disappointment and joy. And Mourinho, what a star he is in that show. You can't not love Jose Mourinho after watching that.
Yeah.
It'll be a nightmare if you get on his bad side. But the fine details, he's on it all the time.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's a great insight into the workings of a club. I mean, I think the one they had on Man City a couple of years ago, which is it was really good as well. But you didn't watch that, no. But this one, I think, is like you said, it's fascinating because you've got this mad year, and the first thing is Pochettino, who is the Tottenham manager, getting sacked, and then Mourinho coming in, and then COVID. I mean, unbelievable.
I think they got really lucky because without Mourinho, I might not have even watched it.
I was just going to say that's the draw, isn't it? People are watching
Massively.
it for Jose.
Yeah. And then you get to see the rest of them, like Kane and Ali. Mourinho is definitely the star.
I think it's really interesting that Pochettino, that he was there for 3 months of the season, and you only see him for 15 minutes.
Yeah. Then it's all about Jose.
Yeah, I know.
It always is.
Very good.
There's only 3 episodes at the moment, but there's another one coming out on Monday. So if you haven't watched it, definitely go and check it out.
Good.
It's great viewing.
Really good viewing.
On Amazon Prime, I should say.
Are they going 1 episode a week from now on, or
yes?
Or what? They are.
I believe so.
Yeah.
But I think there's even 8 in total.
All right.
There was for the other ones. They've done quite a few. Yeah, definitely watch it.
Yeah, that's good. I have been watching a little bit of Cobra Kai on Netflix. Any of you two a Karate Kid fan from the 1984 film?
I prefer the new one.
You prefer the new one with Jackie Chan and Will Smith's son. You a fan of it, Neil? Karate Kid?
Yeah, I liked it back in the day. Yeah.
Watch Cobra Kai.
I can't be bothered with this one.
Oh, sorry. Why?
I don't know. I just keep looking at the trailers. I think, no, I just want to leave it in the 80s or whenever it was. Mid 80s, something like that?
84, I think. 84, 85, yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather leave it there.
Okay. It's really good. It's good and bad and good. It's you mix. It's really worth watching. Really easy watch. I think I've just watched on my own because my partner's never going to watch it. And I've watched it on my own in about a day and a half. Nearly 2 seasons. Late at night. Yeah, it's great. So if you're a Karate Kid fan, watch it. Yeah, that's Cobra Kai. James, you got any?
Right now. Is it actually funny or is it dramatic?
Yeah, it's oh, really?
Tell it to me.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's them later on. It's them now. So it's the 2 characters, which is Danny Russo, who is the sort of hero,
and he's
so
the
he's
one.
actually in it as well.
Yeah, he's in it as well. And Johnny, he's in the first film. He knocks out with a famous crane karate kick move.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's both of those two, and they're now like, I don't know, mid-50s or 53. And Johnny, who got knocked out, he's just stuck in this kind of like, he's drinking, he's got a job that he's getting sacked from, and all he can think about is the 80s. He doesn't know what the internet is, or Facebook, or anything like that, which is quite funny sometimes. And Danny Russo's this very successful kind of like car salesman who basically is a very wealthy man, great family, everything's going brilliantly for him, and Johnny decides to reset up Cobra Kai, the thing, and then it all kicks off, and he gets students. It's really good. It's really good.
It sounds better now you explained it.
Yeah. Thank you, James.
It's seen as a sequel to the film, though, isn't it? Or the film?
Yeah, all the films, all three of them.
Yeah.
They reference all three of the films in there.
There's more than one.
Yeah, it's Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
It's all pretty much the same, James.
Yeah.
Bit of karate.
Yeah.
Did he always win at the end?
He always wins at the end. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, give that a go. But I got an email today from Game, which I thought was very nice. And it said,
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Just you.
Just me. Yeah, I'm sure. Only I got it, I think. And it said,
Dear Gareth.
Dear Gareth, please come and trade in your games after 4 days.
Yeah. We know you've got a pile. We're open.
Yeah.
We're willing to give you 50p per
game. They said, welcome to the season of gaming. And so I would try to work out what's the season of gaming. And the season of gaming, according to Game, is now from September the 1st to the end of the year. This is called the season of gaming. So I thought we could maybe just go through what we're looking forward to in the next few months, personally, and contribute to the season of gaming. September, which we're in now. What were you looking forward to? Neil, have you got anything in September that you're thinking?
Oh, God knows. Between now and the end of the year, there's a couple.
Well, don't go now. I'm going monthly.
We don't have specific dates.
Okay, let me give you a couple. Shall I?
Where do you think we are? Experts.
In September, Crisis Remastered.
Not really.
No. Okay.
No.
Mafia.
Throw some more at me.
Mafia Definite Edition.
No, not really.
The Avengers.
So you're looking at two remastered games straight off the bat, yeah?
Yeah.
What a season.
I couldn't find anything else.
That's first season.
Marvel's Avengers, I have that, and I'm planning on playing it tonight.
There you go. Great. We'll talk about that in a bit. I can't think of anything else. I mean, we know, because we review a lot, there'll be loads of brilliant indie games that will come out.
2K Battlegrounds.
Oh, there we go. James, talk to us about this.
Aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we're all getting that.
Last week.
Yeah.
You wouldn't hear about it. Listen to that one.
I'm pretty sure we sat here a year ago and Losty and I decided we were going to be playing 2K10. Oh, was it 2K? No, 2K10? 2K20.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I bet 2K10 is a lot better than 2K20.
Yeah, probably.
And
we never did, so maybe we'll do Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
Should do.
Okay.
It'll be fun. It'll be silly. And it'll be very easy to pick up.
Okay.
You don't have to learn too much.
Anything else in September? I think that's about it, isn't it?
You got next month at some point.
Oh yeah, the Pokemon clone.
You were interested in that, James, weren't you?
Yeah, it got delayed, which was a shame.
Right.
On the Xbox. Yeah, it's a Pokemon type game. So it should be fun.
October. What have we got? Busy now. It gets busy. Crash Bandicoot 4.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
That looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think they've done a lot to this one.
Yeah.
With especially the mirrored levels or inverted levels, as they call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the look of that. Was it the PlayStation showcase that we saw it?
Yeah.
So quite that. Yeah.
Star Wars Squadrons, which we talked about last week, that's coming out in October? We talked about it. Richard's getting it.
Yeah, I'll be all over that one.
But I tell you what, you will be all over, Neil. Dirt 5.
Dirt 5, I'm in. All in.
Gymkhana.
Have you played a bit of Dirt 5? Am I right in saying this?
No, I was at a developer presentation. But the hands-on preview stuff was all via PC. And because I'm kind of exclusively Xbox, I couldn't do that. But what I saw, and from talking to them, this is going to be damn good. Like, really, really good.
Mm.
And I like Dirt. I've liked all the Dirt games, the rally games, the whole series really. But this looks really cool. Got a really good soundtrack as well.
Ah, okay.
It looks more like Dirt 3. It looks more fun.
Yeah, I liked it when it was
than the
fun.
previous offerings.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you had all the Gymkhana events.
Yeah, that was good. I played a lot of that.
Playground. Yeah, it was great, that.
Well, that's what they're giving us, aren't they? I think it was this last week or just before Gamescom they announced the Playgrounds. It was called Playgrounds, wasn't it? I think the game mode. Yeah. And let you get involved in anything really.
I think that's the big draw. Because the actual racing's quite difficult.
Should we all get Dirt 5? Should we say that now?
Only if we all get Battlegrounds.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Well, not. All right.
I'm getting Dirt 5. Let's just put it there.
Okay. I'm going to get it as well. I'm going to go for Dirt 5. I need a driving game to play.
And it might be the only game I'm playing until the end of the year. So what's your what's Games email call it? Season of Gaming?
Yeah.
Basically just consists of Dirt 5.
Dirt 5. That's it. That's your game, is it? Wow.
Yeah.
We've also got Song of Horror, which we talked about last week. That's quite good. It's coming out yeah. And Watch Dogs Legion, big game. End of the October.
Wait for that one.
It did look good. There was a little trailer this week for it, that just had sort of like London and had like little places that was where it's being set in London, and it looked really good.
Yeah, it was called Welcome to London, wasn't it?
Yeah, that looked great. Yeah. And it had it was using almost next gen stuff, wasn't it? A little bit. They were talking about the ray tracing stuff. So yeah,
I do think it'd be really good, and I really like Watch Dogs, but I just can't quite get excited about this one yet.
Yeah,
possibly because it's just been delayed.
Yeah,
possibly because I've got other things to play, like Dirt 5, for instance. Yeah, Dirt 5.
Assassins.
Yeah. Yes.
Assassin's Creed. Yeah.
Cyberpunk.
We're not. It was still in October. You two.
Then.
God, blimey. The Dark Pictures anthology, Little Hope.
Oh,
yeah, that's another one right at the end. That looks good. Let's go straight to November. We've got FIFA as well. We're not going to talk about FIFA, but that's it. Now we'll be getting that. We're not.
That's my game of the year.
I know. It'll be.
Come on, I want to talk about FIFA.
Oh my word! Go on, talk about FIFA then.
Neil's going to play it, aren't you, this year?
No.
He's going to be first on the team sheet.
I've got FIFA. Is it 20?
Yeah.
20. I've got that. I don't think I've ever played it.
Right.
That's the first year, isn't it?
I might have loaded it up and got an achievement. Actually, there might have been one of those days you think, I need an achievement for my Xbox rewards. What can I load up? And somebody would have said, probably James would have said, there's an easy achievement on FIFA. So I would have loaded it up for 5 minutes. But that is it with FIFA this year.
Okay.
Which is a shame because I do like a bit of clubs.
Yeah.
But it's just, like I've said before, I just don't like the people I play it with.
No, fair enough. Yeah, absolutely fair enough.
Well, you're both here, I can tell.
Yeah. I don't like the people. I'm one of them. November, like we said, we've got Cyberpunk, big game. Both interested in that?
Huge.
Yeah.
Again, a bit like Watch Dogs Legion. I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh, okay. Assassins coming out, which I'm very excited about.
I'm excited for it, but I've still got like 4 other Assassin games to play.
Oh yeah, no, you've got to do those.
So I probably should wait.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Can I lump that in with Cyberpunk and Watch Dogs as well?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
As the game that looks really, really good. but I just can't be bothered with it.
I said this before, I think, on here. I think I'm going to wait to play those 3 on the next gen console.
Oh yeah, if they were coming out exclusively on Series X and Series X was there, I'd be buying them straight away and I'd be playing them straight away.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's a kind of, oh, we're at the end of the console generation, we'll just kind of leave it for a little bit and see what happens. Perhaps it's that.
Yeah. It's like Watch Dogs is
they
coming
were-
out on the 29th, and that, if the Series X is coming out the week after, you're going to wait, aren't you? I would wait, I think.
Oh yeah.
I want to see that. There's also Yakuza and Call of Duty. Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Yep.
That'd be good fun.
That would be good fun. And Call of Duty. Big games. Huge games.
Call of Duty looks quite interesting this time.
Yeah, I love playing the campaign. I've always do. I said this. It's playing the campaign. It's going to be really good fun.
Yeah. And they're roughing it up, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's
A
going to
bit
look
more
great.
freedom.
Yeah. Now I've got one here in December. There isn't much for December, but I've got, because there was a rumor. We've got the Ubisoft Forward event next week, which we're going to cover.
Mm-hmm.
And we know God of Monsters, which was meant to be coming out in January, is now turned into. It's got renaming, rebranding. What's it called?
What did you just call that?
What?
God of Monsters.
God and Monsters.
Monsters.
Yeah, Monsters. That's how I say it.
Herman.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
That's how people at games say it. That's what they always say. And now it's called Immortals Phoenix Rising. And there was a leaked release date and some screenshots, and this leaked release date probably looks quite certain, as Ubisoft seem to very good at leaking stuff a week before their events. And they were talking about being December the 2nd, which is a good idea, I think. A December game.
That's why it got renamed.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of hype for Gods and Monsters.
Yeah.
To rename it could confuse people. Like yourself.
It's confused me, yeah.
It did go really quiet though, didn't it? Didn't hear anything for
No,
months on
exactly.
end,
Well,
did we?
we same as Watch Dogs. I mean, it does feel like Ubisoft have gone, let's get rid of everything. All the stuff,
Yeah.
let's release it all. I mean, they're releasing 3 big games, really, in the space of 4
I
or
was
5
just going to
weeks.
say that.
Yeah.
So they hold everything and then just throw it all out at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, kids, go and spend your money.
Yeah. I mean, I think having that, if it is, it's still a rumour, but if it is a December slot, that's quite wise. It clears it from that whole November stuff. That mad November. I mean, we don't know also what's coming out in November on the new consoles. Xbox Series X is going to be Tetris, and and PlayStation will be something. Because Spider-Man, so you've got those ones as well in there. So, and we've got the medium in there as well. So it's a busy time. So I think it's quite a good idea, and it does look quite a Christmassy game. I'm really
Is the
intrigued.
medium at launch? Or is it launch window?
Well, it's weird because it went to 2021. It was on 2020, and then it went to 2021. They said it's not going to be ready to that. And now it's gone back when you look for it at 2020. And William, did we have William on last week? We did, didn't we?
Yeah.
William's the one who went, no, it's going to be 2020. And he was saying he thinks Xbox is going to try to get the medium as, a launch title because they haven't got anything else. Yeah.
I'm just looking at Press Blast now. This was last week. It will launch on Xbox Series X and PC via Steam during holiday/Christmas 2020.
Yeah.
So that to me means it's going to be December.
Yeah.
Like kind of maybe 10th of December, something around that time. Maybe even Christmas Day.
That'd be a strong move. That'd be a mad move, wouldn't it? Christmas Day. Yeah.
It's like it's a really Christmassy game, isn't it? So,
Get Nan round. Nan, come watch this. Come put gear. Left button is this. Yeah.
Sounds
yeah,
good.
so holiday straight Christmas. So yeah,
Yeah. Big game as well.
that'd be good. That'd be good.
Yeah. So there we go. That's our season of gaming. Loads of games, isn't it? And we haven't even looked at what indie games we've got. And we know there's loads of indie games coming out as well. So it's good. There's a great Blade Runner type game coming out in October that I've forgotten the name of. That looks brilliant. Oh. Anyway, I'll look at that.
Can't think of it.
Is it called Blade Runner?
Yeah. No. Right, let's move on, you lot. We're floundering here in a nice way. What games have we been playing in the last week or so? Let's start with Neil. What do you want to start with?
I'll start with PGA Tour 2K21, which I don't think I really need to explain what the game is. It's a golf game.
Yeah.
It's from 2K. But it follows on from the Golf Club series, which was created by HB Studios maybe 5 years ago, possibly 6 years ago. And they've done the Golf Club 2, Golf Club 2019, and now they've rebranded it as PGA Tour 2K21 because they're working with 2K, and I suppose they want to use that name instead of the Golf Club name. But it's basically the next iteration in the Golf Club series.
Oh, okay.
And it's a really solid golf game, like properly good. It's not as fun as like the Tiger Woods series from EA years back.
Why, Neil? Why? I've heard that a lot, actually, people saying that.
Because the best thing about the Tiger games was you could stick the boost on, you could stick aftertouch on, you could, you whack the ball down the fairway and you'd be hitting the A button to stick a load of big spin on it when you know where the ball's going. This one, everything is set up before the shot. You take the shot and you hope. Basically, you hope that it's going to hit the fairway. You hope that your putt's going to go in. So it's a lot more serious, and it's possibly just missing that fun factor, which would then kind of draw in other people. People that don't normally play golf.
Right. Okay.
But if you like golf, it's really good, really good.
What's the career mode like? Is it solid or is it?
Yeah. You start at a Q school. You then fail the Q school like I did. You then fail it again and fail it again and until you start to understand that as you move your thumbstick, you have to get a certain speed on the thumbstick and a trajectory, and otherwise all your shots are going off to the left, all your shots are going off to the right. But yeah, you start the Q school and you work through the PGA Tour.
Oh,
so deep there. Online as well.
Online. What's online? Is it
online is sorted. Yeah, you just set up a round. You play with your mates. Quite simple. There's also like a societies thing where you and your friends will join one society. If anyone's playing PGA Tour, look out for the TheXboxHub Society. Come and join. I think it's me in there and maybe Richard.
Good.
So the more the merrier. But you can set up like a specific event, and then those people can play that event during the next 3 days or the next week. So in their own time, and you're playing kind of against each other and stick money in. There's a purse. It's cool.
Good. Nice.
Yeah, like golf. This one.
Good. Thank you, Neil. Golf sold. James, what have you been playing?
EA Sports UFC 4. It's been a while since I played a UFC game, but I thought, well, give it another go, because they are quite tricky with the old grappling and clinching and stuff. But it's really good, this one. They made it a lot easier to get into, and there's a lot of options you can switch on to make it easier for people that aren't very good at learning controls. But yeah, it's got a career mode where you go all the way from being a amateur fighter to becoming like the greatest of all time. And that's really, really good because they've got cutscenes that are so believable that you think it was realistic, a real story. They've done really well with them. But like the fighting in that, it feels real. The movements are fluid. And every punch you feel it. It's a proper good fighting game.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But there is a big but. The career mode, that's all it's got really. I mean, it's got exhibition modes and a bit of online, but there's nothing else to do. That's the only disappointment.
What else did
It's
you
a great
want?
game of course.
I don't understand what else you wanted.
Well, I don't know either. But they're making the game.
Like a football
They're
mode.
selling it.
Football
Selling
mode.
stuff.
Like a
They
first-person
want
shooter
60
mode.
quid for it. So I want more than one mode.
But you said it's got career mode, online modes, and exhibitions.
Oh yeah, but the online are like ridiculous. It's just like a couple of one-off matches
Oh, right.
here and there.
So you wanted
A bit
a
of a
sort of like
ranking
a...
system.
Yeah, okay, right. Okay.
Yeah, whereas offline it's just tutorials, a quick fight,
Yeah.
or career. You used to have Ultimate Team, but they've taken that out.
How did Ultimate Team work? You just collected...
Yeah, very well. I'd rather have that in it than not.
Like, buy Conor McGregor next day. Buy Conor McGregor next day. Buy Conor McGregor.
Wow. I'm never going to play this game, ever. But
You'd be able to, though. It's that easy to pick up.
I'm not going to play it.
You'd enjoy it. It's addictive.
Well, I've seen it. They do look good. They do look
You've
very
got a free
real.
trial on EA Access.
I haven't got EA access anymore. I shouldn't. I need to get it soon.
Put your whole career in that time. And then you're done.
Have you played it before, Neil?
I haven't, no. I was just wondering, is it still kind of relevant? Is UFC still a big thing? Or is it kind of
Not like it
really
was.
died off? No, like it's
I mean,
died in the last 2 years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
3 years?
I mean,
yeah.
they used to have Rampage Jackson and even Brock Lesnar. Big names in the fighting world. And Conor McGregor. But they've all retired or moved on.
They've got
and they haven't
Tyson
really-
Fury, haven't they? You can buy Tyson and AJ, can't you, on DLC? Am I right in saying that?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not in UFC, so
No.
the actual brand is quite, it's lacking in star power, should
Yeah.
we say.
But they only
Yeah.
do this one every 2 years, don't they? EA.
Yeah.
It's not
In
like
the 2
it's
years,
they're chucking
been-
out another FIFA and whatever. So that's,
No.
yeah, I suppose they've got
in
time
the
to
next 2
change it.
years, they've definitely lost a bit of draw to the
Yeah.
actual UFC.
Yeah.
That's what it used to be.
Okay. Good. Thank you, James.
There you go now.
Good. What did you give it?
A 4.
A 4. Okay. I have just started today the Avengers game. So I've only played an hour and a half or 2 hours of it. The campaign. Not even got to the multiplayer stuff yet. And I was, first of all, everyone's been really down on it since 2012, it seems to be. But do you know what? The campaign's great. The world's great. The characters are great. The writing and the performances are great. I've enjoyed so far the combat. I think it's really good fun. You do feel like you're in a movie. Maybe that's going to get repetitive later on. But I think the campaign's going to be really, really good fun. And there's collectibles of comics that you can get, and little bits of conversations for those massive fans. I've not even touched the multiplayer yet, and I think that's where everyone's getting criticising.
Yeah, I think that is.
Yeah, but I think the campaign's what? It's 10. Apparently, it's sort of like 10 hours to 14 hours long. That's fine by me. I don't mind just paying for that, and then I'll move on.
That's perfect. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's great.
perfect.
If they do it well, which they are doing really well so far, brilliant, job done. And I can.
Can you play as all the characters?
Well, at the
Or
moment,
just-
I am. Yeah, you're switching.
Is it first?
It's not like you'll take up the story of one of the characters. And at the the main character is the little girl at the moment. I'm not going to say too much.
The little girl.
Yeah,
Batgirl.
whoever she's going to be. And but what's really
Well,
nice.
we know who it is. It's part of the trailer.
Yes, it is. But what you do
I
in
don't know who it
in the
is.
beta, if you
Alright.
play the beta, you have that beta was really badly put together, I think, for the story missions, because actually the context of where it begins and what the real game does is brilliant. It puts you. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to spoil it, but it takes you on a little journey before you start where the beta starts, and that really helps. It really helps. It sets the world, it sets the mood, the tone, and it has a completely different focus. Yeah, it's great. It's going to be great. I'm really enjoying it. But a lot of people are going to hate it.
Decent.
I've seen some really high review scores for this. James Bentley is doing our review at the moment. And I know he did the beta and wasn't overly impressed like a lot of people from the beta. But since the full game has come out, there's been some really high review scores.
Okay.
Which kind of, again, I don't play betas just for this reason, really. I don't want to be, I say, have the hype ruined. If you've played the beta of Marvel's Avengers, a lot of people would have cancelled a pre-order, wouldn't they?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, I think that has really gone against them because those that are playing it are really liking it. And like I said earlier, I'll be playing it tonight. That's my plan anyway. Whether I get through the 10 to 14 hours in one go, I doubt it.
I haven't played a game for a while. We play a lot of games, don't we? I haven't played a big game. When you finish a session, I played quite a bit of it, and I stopped and I went, I really want to get back into that. And I haven't done that for a while. I've kind of we almost go into that kind of working mode, and I've got to go off to another one, or I've got to do that. But you just go I really want to get back to that now. So, and just for the story and where it takes you. But yeah, enjoy it, Neil. I think you'll enjoy it. It's good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
that. Expensive? Jesus. I think it's 55 quid. I paid for it. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's the deluxe edition as well, isn't there? All right.
Yeah, I think they're on like 75.
75?
Yeah,
75?
something like that,
yeah. Something
Where
like
does that get you?
Multiplayer stuff, I think. Probably.
Skins.
Yeah, skins. I'm not, and Neil's probably with me as well. We're not, both of us are probably not interested in that, are we?
No.
We're going to just do the campaign, not really caring about all that stuff.
Yeah.
Neil, you've got another one before we move on?
Yeah, actually, you talking about a game that you put down and want to go straight back into. I've been playing the Alto Collection. Alto Collection. ALTO Collection. It's been on mobile for a while, I think I'm right in saying, because I'm sure I saw it on Android maybe a couple of years ago. But this brings together two games into one. They're basically the same game, but it's like an endless runner type thing where you're a little dude on a snowboard and you're going to collect llamas. But you're going up and down hills, and it's basically just get as far as you can go, do it again, get as far as you can go, do it again. With some challenges thrown in, but it's really addictive. And like you said with Avengers, you put it down and you want to get straight back into it.
And is it because of that gameplay is really addictive, or the look of it, the world of it?
No, it's super simple.
Okay.
It's a really nice art style, but it's super simple. It's got a cracking little soundtrack that sits in the background again that is really
nice.
Really basic, but does the job. But yeah, it's just one of those games you can sit back on the sofa, controller in one hand, and just press A, for 10 minutes. Because A makes you jump, A makes you flip, jumping and flipping makes you speed up, and you get further. But it's really good.
Good.
And what upgrades?
Yes, you can upgrade your board. You can
I was going to say it was a bit boring otherwise.
Yeah, no.
Doing the same thing.
For every run, you're picking up coins, and those coins go into your bank. So you can upgrade your board, and you can stick like a crash helmet on. So if you crash, you can have like a retry, because otherwise it's back to start again, and things like that. But two games in one, pretty much the same game, to be honest. Slightly different visuals on the second game, but it's really good. Yeah.
Have you reviewed it?
No, I didn't review it. Who reviewed it? I want to say Ryan reviewed it.
Okay.
And he gave it a really high score, possibly a 4.5. Before I say that, I want to check if that's
check
okay.
that. James, have you got another game?
I haven't, unfortunately.
No, it's
I
fine.
don't play many games these days.
That's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Nothing at all, James.
Just been playing too much UFC. Ground and pound.
Ground and pound.
Okay. And
Ryan reviewed the Alto collection. He gave it a 4.5 out of 5.
Wow.
So
another cracking game before we move on is Manifold Gardens, which I've just recently reviewed. And Manifold Gardens is a first-person puzzle adventure. Very much in the lines of games like Portal, maybe a bit like The Witness, but it isn't like The Witness. The Turing Test, where you have you move through a kind of series of rooms or locations, and you have to kind of solve that room to move on. But the design of the game is like I think I described it. Do you know those Escher paintings with stairwells that go into infinity? The whole game's like that, in a sense. You've got these amazing kind of like vast kind of like endless landscapes that go up forever. So you might be standing.
Is it the bridge that was like that?
Yeah. Yes.
I was just going to say it's like the bridge.
Yeah.
So
there's a great moment quite early on. You're kind of like you come out of the room, you do this first couple of puzzles, and you're in the room, and then you're standing in this huge area. Like look up, and you just like there's ceilings and buildings going up as high as you get, and down the bottom, and then you sort of fall off the ledge or jump off the ledge, and you start to fall, and it has this whooshing sound, and you're just falling through this landscape for about 4 seconds, then you land exactly where you left off. So you just kind of fall like through infinity and then land where you left off. It's really clever. And it's made by one. I think it's made by one person. It took 7 years to make it.
And does it mess with your head totally? Yeah,
completely. You really have to think. If you love a puzzle, it's amazing. You really have to go. You're looking at it everywhere and go, how? And every sort of level you look, because it's all about you. So if you're standing in a room, for example, I was sort of like I could then change the room so that the ceiling is on the wall. The wall on the right then becomes the floor. That makes sense. Everything swivels around and pivots, and that changes color. So, and the colors relate to the exits you need to get out. And then you have blocks in that. Then you have rivers. Oh, it becomes very complex, but really, really great complexity. It's good. I think I gave it a 4.5.
Would you give it 4.5 as well?
Yeah. It's really good. Really good game. Yeah, brilliant.
Great game this week.
Yeah. Right, let's go to some news before we, because we're running out of time. Not much news at the moment. We're sort of in this kind of limbo state at the moment, aren't we? Waiting for the big reveal. And the first thing I think I just want to say, there's kind of two rumours. One that came about 2 hours ago before we started this. The first one, which was about the PS5 release, that it might be staggered globally. Did you both have a look at this?
Yeah.
And I think there's been some changes to the US PlayStation 5 site that still says it's going to be holiday 2020, and then the UK one's now changed to late holiday 2020. So the idea is like, I don't know, it might come out in America mid-November and then might come into the UK at the end of November. I don't think there'd be a huge gap between them, but a couple of weeks or something. But they're doing this, aren't they? The idea behind it is so the stock is going to be easier to kind of distribute rather than all at one time. What do you think of this? A rumour? Rubbish?
It's going to piss a lot of people off.
Right.
Because even if you're waiting a day, if you're in the UK and you're getting it a day after the US, there's going to be some seriously annoyed people.
Yeah.
But it's what used to happen though, isn't it? Only up until maybe this generation, maybe the generation before, and it also used to happen with games. But you'd have releases in the States weeks, months before it would come to Europe.
Yeah, we did. That's right.
But then it all kind of standardized, and it was all nice. A game's coming out, you can get it wherever you are in the world. The world is or was ever decreasing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really, it's easier to get around. The old COVID thing has thrown a bit of a spanner in the works, and they're going to need to find a way around it.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me if this is true, and it wouldn't surprise me if it goes beyond the PS5 launch to other launches as well.
James, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it will be staggered. logistically, it's just going to be quite difficult to get all the consoles out at the same time. Because there'll be a high demand, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
But they can't really do it that long. It must be like literally a week or two. Because
Yeah, I think they were
get
talking about
across
maybe
across
2 weeks
Christmas.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it would surprise me.
I mean, PlayStation in
It would
America
irritate me.
came out and they sent an email to certain PlayStation people in North America, asking them now to register their interest in PlayStation. And they were already saying our stocks are going to be limited. So this is a follow-up from that. That's obviously when they're talking. So they're all. I mean, Xbox haven't said anything, have they, about stock or anything like that, have they?
They haven't said anything, have they?
Maybe they haven't got any.
No.
Maybe this is someone in an empty warehouse
Yeah.
waiting.
They've got a warehouse of 100. Thinking, do you think we can sell these? Is anyone going to buy them?
Hey,
They
I'll
love that
buy
Halo
it.
sticker.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, can we scrub that Halo sticker off?
Which takes us to the next rumor, which happened about 3 hours ago. It's from Forbes.
Yeah.
And the idea behind this rumor is on the Xbox Series X. And they're in South Africa. Pringles in South Africa are doing a special promotion. So I think you can win an Xbox Series X. And so some brilliant person has kind of looked at the fine print of this Pringle thing. And in the fine print of the Pringle, it actually shows the value of what the Xbox Series X will be in South Africa, which is something like 13,000 rand or something. And that translates to around about £631, and that then this kind of article is saying, which makes the Xbox, their estimate maybe it's going to be a £599 console in the UK. Which is maybe one of the reasons no one's showing their cards yet, because one of them might have a much more expensive console.
That is a lot of money.
Yeah. And
But if you can't get a PS5 and you can only get an Xbox
absolutely.
Series X, you've got to go for it, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's true.
So it's
I'll
600.
buy loads of Pringles.
Buy lots of
you
Pringles. Yeah.
and a train thing to South Africa. Yeah.
How many Series X's has Pringles given away? One?
Yeah. Wow.
Oh no, I think there was more actually.
Was there
There was
two?
a few winners. Yeah.
If it was £599, would you still get one, Neil?
Yes.
Yes. James?
I'm not getting one now. So I
I'll
still
answer
wouldn't
that
get
for
one.
him. I can guarantee James will have an Xbox Series X within a week of launch.
Yeah. I'm
No matter what he says between now and launch.
Yeah, I'm going
He
with
will have it. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's there on launch day with his Series X.
that. Yeah.
I
I've known
seriously
him too
doubt
long.
it.
It's got to happen soon, isn't it? There's kind of rumours of the PlayStation event. I mean, PlayStation have got much more. They've been much more. All their advertising is kind of out there. I mean, they've got their second advert out. They're sending emails to people. There's print. Xbox haven't done anything. I think either this is a brilliant strategy by them, or it's the worst. They've got the worst PA company in the world. They don't have to do anything.
No, Xbox have done it all for them. Because whatever they do, it looks a lot better than what Xbox have got.
No, but I mean,
Xbox
must have something up their sleeves. They've got to have something up their sleeves, haven't
they? A coupon? 10% off Game Pass? I don't know.
14 days free.
Free trial, yeah. New customers only.
Yeah. Just go back to that price.
Yeah.
What would you be happy to pay? What would make you buy it on launch day?
I think I thought $499 would be fine. That would be great.
Okay.
$499, I can get rid of the Xbox One for like $150, $130, and that's fine. I can justify that.
I think if it came with Halo, $500. If it came with a game, without a game, I'd probably say $447.
I think it'll probably come with Assassin's Creed,
Yeah, I think so.
possibly Watch Dogs, but
Probably.
I think they'll do that. But yeah, I was just thinking back to the day when I bought the original PlayStation, not like the little PS1, but like the original PlayStation. So when was that? That would have been 95, was it? Something like that?
Yeah.
94, 95?
95, yeah, 95.
Yeah. And I think I paid $650 for that. Now that was nearly 30 years ago. So I would be quite happy to pay 600 quid again now.
Yeah.
Quite happily.
I mean,
if it got to 800, I'd have to start considering it.
yeah.
But
Oh,
600
definitely, yeah.
600,
Yeah.
I'd be there.
I mean, I think the thing is, and you use it. It's quite a thing that I use a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
And at the moment, we seem to use it for everything. At the moment, it's running everything, all our media as well, our Netflix and everything. And it is worth its value for money. That's what I'm thinking. We're not. Both the consoles are. It's like they're definitely worth it. It's just that
Yeah,
I mean, in an ideal world, I kind of want both on launch, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah. Remind me, what was the Xbox One at launch price-wise?
I think it was 449 or something. Was it? Maybe.
Yeah, 449.
Yeah.
It's going to be a ton on top of that, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you just look at how kind of, as an example, mobile phones, how a flagship phone has gone from 500, 600, 700 quid tops only 4 years ago, and you're now looking at 13, 14, 1500 quid for a flagship sometimes.
Yeah.
There is no way on this earth they're going to come in at 450 again, and I can't see them coming in below 5.
I thought they were both going to come in at for 5, just for 500, 499 each.
Yeah, I just think that's a little bit.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you're right.
Just considering what's been going on, the way prices go up, that's what happens in the world.
I mean, they've probably done all their research as well. They've probably been going, I bet in their heads, not in their heads, in their teams, they've been going, okay, it's with COVID, what's going to happen here? Will people still buy them? And with the kind of, we know by October, by November, all in the UK, all the furlough stuff has stopped. It's going to be where we're going to hit the hardest. It's going to be those months.
Yep.
But I reckon they would have had their research and their marketing stuff where they're going, they'll be finding out, will people still buy them? And that would affect the price as well. That's what they're probably taking into account.
You've got to think as well. Once you've got the hardware out there, they can claw it back with the Game Pass, with the exclusives. They might take a hit in the short term.
On the hardware, didn't they do that before? Didn't they do that with Xbox One? I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the first Xbox was a loss. The hard stuff. Yeah.
I think sometimes you've got to do that.
Yeah.
And needs must.
Yeah.
You've got nothing else to offer.
Yeah. So they'll hope that the games that haven't been announced are going to sell the system for them. That's what you're saying.
Tons.
Tetris.
They've got tons of games
Tetris.
coming up. You just don't know it. Gear 6. That'll be at some point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In the year 2023. There you go.
Right, gentlemen, we're going to have to stop soon because we're getting to that point. We haven't even got to we were going to do a feature today. That's all stopped.
It was so good as well.
There's just
Sorry.
That's all right. Can we just say, we'll give ourselves a bit of self-promotion. The TheXboxHub YouTube channel, Neil. What happened this week?
You did a stream.
I did a stream, yeah.
It went viral.
Yeah.
No. Well, you probably did do a stream, actually. I think you've got another one going on there, haven't you? So
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. We hit 1 million views on the YouTube, the Xbox Hub YouTube channel, which may not be massive in the grand scheme of things, especially when you've got some kind of channels out there with 100 million subscribers. But for us, that's a good old
first milestone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really good.
Yes,
great start.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because we've only really been pushing it the last couple of years. Like you, Gareth, you've been doing a lot of streams and a lot of Let's Plays.
Yeah.
I've been putting a lot of unboxings and first looks of accessories and stuff like that on there. And I've got some plans on how to push it a bit more. But yeah, it's just over the last few years, it's nice that we've got 1 million.
Yeah.
I think we need more Zoo Tycoon videos.
We do.
I think
Yeah.
that's what we're missing on there.
Yeah.
Because they were a big hit back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in 2013, James, me and you, we were the leaders in the YouTube scene.
Yeah.
We were the experts on Zoo Tycoon.
Zoo Tycoon coin.
We were the zoologists.
Well, maybe when Planet Zoo comes to console, we can get all over that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get all the achievements.
Get you
Tell me how
back.
to do it.
Yeah.
I like
But
that.
no, again though, so just for the second time today, a thanks to everybody really that's watched
Yeah.
even a minute.
All helps.
Has laughed at Gareth and his streams, getting lost in his games and his total confusion.
Yeah. And also Neil does some brilliant unboxings of stuff, and I did one unboxing and it's probably proved the most controversial thing on the internet, as in people hating it and then people standing up for me on the internet. Yeah.
It took a while for them to stand up.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? And then they stood up for me.
After they stopped laughing.
And calling me an idiot.
Was that why he was making the accounts? To stand up for himself.
Thank God Neil does the unboxing. Right.
And we've got a lot more coming actually. Just to say that.
Oh.
So if you're not subscribed, if you haven't got the notification bell on, please do. The Xbox Hub on YouTube, and this podcast is on there as well. So
great. Now we've got a giveaway, haven't we, Neil and James?
We've got a giveaway as well.
Yeah, let's talk about that. What are we giving away?
We are giving away a game that came out today. Don't ask me what the date is. It's sometime in September 4th.
Yeah.
September, is it today? Yeah. And we have got a giveaway for the Coma 2 Vicious Sisters on Xbox One. We've got 8 codes, so that means 8 different winners. If you go to TheXboxHub.com, you'll find the links all on there. I'm sure we'll stick the links into this podcast description as well. But you've got 4 days. Get involved. It's free to enter. Just hit the link, read the instructions. Simples.
Good.
Nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Everything to gain.
Nothing to lose at all. Correct. Unless it's a really rubbish game.
It's not rubbish. I don't think it's going to be. It's got some nice... And the first one was really good as well. It's like a survival...
Scary.
Yeah, very scary. Kind of set in a school. Yeah, it's really good. Let's get some nice little...
School? You have to learn things.
No.
That sounds really scary.
To learn to run. What are we looking forward to next week, gentlemen, before we go? Neil?
I want to play Hot Shot Racing.
Oh, good.
It's an old school 1990s inspired arcade racer. I played and I previewed back in May, possibly. And then it got delayed a little bit. But it comes out on the 10th of September, I think it is. So whenever that is, I don't know. Yeah, next week.
Next week.
Next Thursday.
Yeah. So really looking forward to that. That'd be cool.
James?
I think it came out today. I'm looking forward to The Boys Season 2.
Oh yeah, that is out today. Yeah, forgot about that.
So I'm watching that for the next 7 days. And Spurs Episode 4.
Yes.
That's my week done.
You've done it.
Oh,
more
yeah,
games.
episode 4 of the Spurs. Yeah. What's The Boys? Could you tell me?
Well, if you haven't seen The Boys, watch Season 1 on Amazon Prime, Neil. It's very good. It's about superheroes.
Okay.
But the superheroes are not very nice people. And the boys are a group of people trying to stop them being arseholes and killing people. Is that right? Is that good, James? That's not a very good description, is it?
It's fun.
It's very
It's
good, though.
fun.
It's really, really good.
So this is season 1 that's just coming out, or
Season 2's out now, so you've got 1 to watch.
Oh, I might be there next time I come on the podcast.
Good.
I've got through it.
It's worth it.
Where can we find you two if we want to chat? James?
I'm always on Twitter and Instagram at OKidUKO.
Lovely. And Neil?
I'm on Instagram at Neil363. But as always, we all pick up the Xbox Hub social channels. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Gareth's on there. No, not TikTok.
TikTok.
Not Snapchat either, because that's just dead and gone. Not even the kids use Snapchat anymore, James. But yeah, so just look for the Xbox Hub
MySpace.
and you will find us. MySpace,
MySpace.
and Friends Reunited.
Yeah, all of that. I'm at GB Briley on Twitch and Twitter. Right, thank you, Neil. Don't make it too long next time, Neil. Come back.
Okay, if I'll be here next week, unless Richard wants to come in, or William, or Edgar, or Bentley, or anyone else, really.
Good, great, brilliant. All right, and thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll see you later on. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to the official podcast of TheXboxHub.com. You'll be able to find all the notes of this show at www.TheXboxHub.com/podcast. You can also check out our social feeds on Instagram and Twitter at The Xbox Hub and search for The Xbox Hub on Facebook.